So 5.4 million seems like a really big number, doesn't it? So when we unpack what that means as it relates to real estate, it's the number of millennial buyers who are mortgage ready. That's a big number, right? So let's unpack that a little more. Millennial buyers, so that's the demographic, that's the largest of the demographics out there that are ready to buy a home. In other words, their credit is in place, they have a job that is secure, they have a down payment perhaps, and they're ready to buy a home. Clearly, there are things relating to inventory and other market conditions that have maybe kept them out of the market. But summer of 2024, 5.4 million millennial buyers are ready to buy a home. Most markets have seen listing inventory start to creep up. Listings are becoming a little more plentiful than they were a year or two ago. I realize that changes a little bit in zip code to zip code to zip code, but by and large, listing inventory has started to come up a bit. So as we're talking to our sellers in this post-settlement era that we're going into, making sure that they understand that 5.4 million millennial buyers are ready to buy a home, and that as they're unpacking what they may offer in terms of compensation to the other side, to the buyer's agent, is really an important conversation for us to have with our sellers. In a lot of cases, it may not change what the seller's net is when they get down to the seller net sheet on the form, right? On the other hand, it's just a different way of getting there. And I think it's important to remind sellers that this is really in their best interest to consider offering some compensation to the buyer's agent, because it opens up their home to perhaps more buyers, who creates more competition for their property. You know, obviously it's the middle of June, the middle of August will be here soon. I know in Northwest Ohio, we're using August 1 is our cutover date for the compensation fields to leave our multiple listing service. That changes from market to market. What is important is to get schooled up, learn the nuances, get the dialogues down, get the language down, and make sure that you're doing everything you can with your sellers to make that listing as attractive as possible to those 5.4 million millennial buyers that are out there. And by the way, Gen Z are right behind them, and they need help with down payments, they need help with closing costs, they need help with covering their buyers' brokerage cost as well. So give it some thought, make it a good one. Appreciate you being here.